This video is for my people who get chronic flus and chronic viruses and are chronically ill with every bug that goes around. If you find yourself sick at the drop of a hat, you got kids, they come home from the first day of school, you're sick the first week of school. You're sick the first week they go back to school after holidays. You're just chronically getting colds and you're coughing and you have mucus and you feel sick and you feel the chills. You have a systemic problem with your health and you need to rectify it, okay? You need to cleanse out your system. This is not good to be chronically ill. Here's why you're getting these viruses. Viruses are actually natural. Viruses were around, and bacteria were around way before humans were, according to science. I mean, I'm not sure if the science is even right, but according to what they tell us, viruses and bacteria have been around a long time, okay? Now, these viruses, in my research, natural viruses, they go into the body, they attach to weak cells, which is why not everyone gets sick when the flu goes around or when a bad virus goes around. You never see a virus that's 99.9% infectious. Even Ebola, people survived. Why? Well, it's about the quality of your cells. Look at what we're seeing with this virus that's taken over the world. I don't want to say it because I don't want to get banned or shadow banned. I'm not into that right now. Okay, not my thing. But look what this is doing. Who's dying? People who are already susceptible. People whose bodies are already weak. Because a virus attaches to a weak cell. And my theory is this. Viruses were created by God to detox the body. When you get sick, it attaches to weak cells, it kills off the weak cells, and then you purge them. You cough them out, you have diarrhea, you have a fever, you're sweating it out. Your body goes through very intense detox processes. If you've ever detoxed, these are the symptoms. The same symptoms as detox can be similar to a flu because you're removing weakened cells. So if you're chronically getting infections, then you're weak. You're literally weak. Your cells are physically weak. And it's really sad to see what's happening where, these people who are dying are so incredibly weak, and doctors are just making them weaker and putting them on ventilation and not, trying to reestablish their body. Okay, so here's some things you can do. You can start to flush out the viruses, okay? If you're chronically getting sick, 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 plus times a year, then you're also likely storing viruses in your spleen and in your liver and in your thyroid. Okay? And if you're storing these viruses, you've got to flush them out. A great way to start is to look into doing some lysine. I don't like to give advice onto what particular herbs to take, but I will say lysine is really incredible as far as fighting off viruses and removing them from the body. You can do this. I really encourage you to look into a detox program. Get on the juice. Start juicing. Start eating more fruit. Get away from the starch and the heavy foods. Because eventually this is going to kill you. And look what it's doing. It's killing people. They'll say, well, healthy people are dying from COVID. I'd like to see how healthy they really were before they got sick. Because I haven't been sick in over a year. My husband has been sick in 2 years. The worst he gets is maybe he's had a couple stomach viruses, like ate something he shouldn't have and he threw up. But we haven't had a flu in this house for him in 2 years. Why? Because his cells are strong. There's always viruses going around. We are around a lot of kids. So I encourage you to, if you're ready to get rid of these viruses, if you're ready to no longer deal with chronic flu and chronic coughing and chronic, catching cold, DM me. It's time. Get your eyes red. And get your body cleaned out because the viruses are attacking you because you're weak. Your cellular function is weak. And so it's going after your body and your body is just going to continue to get weaker and weaker. What is the solution? What is the option? You're just going to keep letting this happen? It's time. We're in 2021. There are more opportunities for you to succeed and grow and thrive now than there have ever been in human history, even with coronavirus going around. You have more opportunity right now with the power of your phone to do and create and be anything and anyone you want. Maybe not an astronaut or maybe not like a brain surgeon, okay? I'm not saying you can't do these things, but the likelihood is slim compared to some other options. But you have so many options to create the life you want to. And the first step is getting your health in order. So remember, your health is your wealth. We all deserve to be rich.